This is the Insurance Technology Podcast, where we bring interesting people from across the insurance ecosystem to discuss and debate technology's impact on the industry. Join us each episode for insights and best practices from industry stewards and tomorrow's innovators. Now, here's your host, Reid Holsworth.
All right, we're back. In this episode, we talked to Kabir about what it's like to own an InsurTech, sell that InsurTech. Him and I go back and forth a lot on that. So I obviously have some experience there as well. Now, it's really good, though, because we get into some personal stuff as well about Kabir and some of the things he likes to do. Really good stuff there. And, you know, one of the things we get into is some of the people he's looking at, he's watching. And as he says, the rebels, not influencers. So I hope you enjoy it.
All right. So tell us a little. So one other thing. So a bunch of people that are listening to this are InsurTech startups, right? We've both been there. We've done that, lived in that world. Any advice? Simple advice. Anybody? Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see a lot of startups get just caught up in shiny objects, and I would agree. I would agree with exactly everything you just said. Honor your word. It's hard for people to just do simple stuff. Everybody goes through this kind of entrepreneurial stage where they want to get all the best technology and the best things and all this, and we're going to do that and hire the best person. Close freaking deals, Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. Me personally, and this is just what my thing. Like I love to bootstrap. I say bootstrap as long as you can to hold on to your equity. Get it going, get it out in market. Yeah, right. These guys, like people don't understand too that you go down that road, you go down that whole alphabet road, right? And starting wherever you start. I have a lot of buddies who have executed out. They exited out, executed. They exited out of the organization. Really huge multiples. 8, 9, 7% equity. Founder. Less than 10% equity at exit as a founder. And it's just because you just get diluted down all the way. Now they're taking chips off the table along the way. Don't get me wrong. And I think that there is advantage to having a big pile of cash in the beginning. But I don't know, man. I really believe you got to get out there and you got to build something. You got to do something. It's a little bit different if you're really seasoned at it and you have the network, and you've done it multiple times, who's who and everything, and you know what it's going to take. You just go raise the cash quick, and you're just paying that back in that way. But if you're really starting something from nothing, I don't know, that's my advice on it. But yeah, and it's different kind of pressure, man. People don't understand that. Yeah, absolutely. I know that's where you're going with it. Go ahead, please. Sorry. Yeah. And that's how you get the biggest check. The real check. It's by solving a real problem, right? Yeah, that's cool. So, all right. So big question. Word on the street is that you're doing something. Something. Nobody really knows. Be a little quiet. You're assembling a team of some amazing people that we know. So I don't know, anything for the audience, like what you guys are up to, what you're working on. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, yeah, yeah, true. Very true. Yeah, yeah, that's true. Right. Right. Hmm. That's awesome, man. Well, to be continued on that. So this has been really good. So a few more things. One, who would you recommend I interview next? Would be a good recommendation of somebody that I should go and talk to. Could be somebody I know, maybe somebody I don't. Either way. Mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-mm. No, not personally. Okay. Okay. Oh wow. Mm. Benefits is the last frontier, man. It is. Yep. Yep. Mhm. Hmm. I think there's a big difference between social media influencers and people that actually influence the industry, you know, and I'd consider you one of those guys. And you, and by the way, talk about outspoken. You've been very mild on this call, so you've been very very good on your best behavior, if you will. All right, so last couple things. So, what do you do for fun these days? What does Kabir do for fun? And by the way, I get the same question, and it's like, which one do you want to choose? And I know you're that way too, because we know each other that way. But like, so what, like for the audience, what does Kabir find fun? Mm-hmm. 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 No, that's cool. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, I hear you're really into cars that are typically red in general, which will zip by some things in a very fun way. So that's awesome. So last question: what's your favorite drink? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think that's pretty typical. I mean, white wine on the beach and stuff like that, maybe warm weather white wine, but man, like I've spent a lot of time in Florida, and you just don't want red wine, you know, when it's hot out. But yeah, so cold beer, martinis. I know. I love martinis, but you can't do it, man. You can't do a bunch of them. It's not going to end well. Oh, nice. Huh. Well, hey, this has been awesome, Kabir. Appreciate your time, and yeah, you're an interesting individual, man. I'm sure the audience is going to find a lot of benefit throughout this. Yeah, so I guess we're done. That's a wrap. Cut it.
Wow, that was great. Kabir, what an interesting guy. I said in the first episode, if you listen to it, that Kabir is one of those people that not everybody knows, but the people that really know him, when his name is said in a room, people smile, they chuckle, they smirk, right? Because he has just such an interesting perspective on life. And you get a little flavor of that. But if you see Kabir out, if you're at an event, see him out on the streets, whatever you're doing, hang out with the guy and you'll see what I'm talking about. Buy him a drink. Buy him his favorite drink, which is I don't anything, I guess. But hey, I'm the same way. Nice hot day. I love a cold beer. Nice cab. Good martini. I look forward to bringing you, like Kabir said, more rebels to the Insurance Technology Podcast in the future. Thank you for joining, and stay tuned to more episodes.